them to remain peaceful as they carry on their vigil into the evening hours here.
Jeremy, thanks very much. Jeremy Cook, the US says international forces have killed the Taliban insurgents responsible for shooting down a US helicopter over the weekend. 38 American and Afghan forces died in the crash on Saturday. A statement by the International Security Assistance Force in Afghanistan says there were multiple intelligence-linked tip-offs from local people about the identity of those who shot down the Chinook helicopter.
The final homecoming. Military transport plane touches down at Dover Air Force Base, bearing the remains of 30 American soldiers, most of them elite special forces. A sobering moment for the Commander-in-Chief. He would spend more than an hour in private with grieving families, or saluting the dead, together the single biggest loss of life in America's longest war. In the mountains of Wardak Province, investigators have sealed off the crash site. The wreckage of the downed helicopter was retrieved. Today, the Americans made a point of revealing that those responsible have themselves
He's our loss. But he will let us know. All across Afghanistan, the insurgents are moving.
The general sent 2 insurgents were killed by an F-16 airstrike. Later, the Taliban insisted the man who fired upon the Chinook was alive, already fighting elsewhere. 22 of the American dead were Navy SEALs, the same unit that killed Osama bin Laden. They operate in the shadows, dead, some are being remembered. Like Aaron, 40 years old, the father of
I saw my father opening the door and then coming inside in uniform, and I just felt amazing. There's just energy, everything just dumps out of me. I can never say no.
Some are asking why the SEALs were required to make such a vulnerable landing. American lives were not under threat on the ground. Special forces are likely to play an even greater role in the war. The threat shrinks from 10,000 overall. Numbers appear.
These deaths have posed new questions about the Afghanistan strategy at a time when the president gets to focus on matters near at home. It may not be a turning point. Many Americans are already concluded the war is unwinnable.
Opposition activists in Syria say many of them are central city of Homs. One activist in Homs said security forces have launched a huge operation, arresting people searching for anyone who's the image that shocked the world how the injured student here is rolled not quiet. The Libyan government has accused NATO of killing 85 civilians in an area in the west of the country. Correspondents and flights from journalists taken by government officials to see destroyed buildings in Hijaz, east of the capital, Tripoli. The pictures were filmed under the strict supervision of the Libyan government. You may find some watching this.
Under the fierce summer sun, they came to bury their dead. Civilians, they told us, more than 20 in all at this mass funeral. The anger against NATO was clear. At the site of the airstrike itself, they told us they were digging to remove the bodies of 2 children. There was evidence of normal life here. School books lay in the rubble.
It is hard to know if NATO exactly what the strategic value was. The Libyan government is telling us that there was no strategic value here, but it was still
NATO said it struck a site south of Liban, a military station for pro-Gaddafi forces. It said it has no evidence of civilian casualties. At
the mortuary in Zlatan, they showed us about 30 bodies. Most were young men of fighting age. In the hospital, we found 15-year-old Salwa Jawu. Her name was on the school books at the destroyed buildings. There was no military camp. We were just living there. Why did they attack us? She asked. Their grief was genuine. Precisely how many civilians were injured and killed here is still unclear.
These are the top stories. Shares in the US and in Europe have fallen sharply, continuing the turmoil that hit global markets. And police are out in force in London and other English cities to try to prevent a repeat of the violence and the looting of the last 4 nights. Well, staying with the aftermath of the riots in England, one image that went worldwide, went viral on the web, shocked the world, is that of the injured young man being helped to his feet in the middle of a riot and then robbed. He is a 20-year-old student from Malaysia. He's now recovering in hospital with a broken jaw. Philippa Thomas now takes up his story.
These images have come to define a vicious mindset on display on British streets this week.
Are they actually helping him out?
The 20-year-old foreigner, bloodied, dazed, being robbed by those who pretended to help him.
Gone through his bag? He just took something from his bag?